Welcome to EDC's Week in Review, your March 8th edition. Here are the top stories. Unofficial county supervisors election results. The county supervisor races are taking shape based on the latest unofficial results from the county elections department. In the 1st district, Greg Ferrero appears poised for victory with a commanding 64% of the vote. Margaret Fortune trails in second with 29%, while Linda Campbell captured 7%. The 2nd district race seems headed for an outright winner as George Turnbull leads with 55% of the vote. Kevin W. McCarty has 27% and Chris Cockrell has 18%. The 3rd district contest is the closest to going to a runoff, with Brian K. Veerkamp leading at 53%, followed by Lexi Boger at 32%. Gary Martin garnered 10% of the vote and Brian N. DeBerry 5%. However, with most votes already in, it is likely Veerkamp will remain above the 50% mark with the rest of the leading district candidates. These results are preliminary until all outstanding ballots are counted and certified as official in the coming days. El Dorado Hills Board divided over anonymous complaints. Director Heidi Hanneman and Steve Ferry received anonymous complaints against them, seeking separate legal counsel, which was denied. This caused tensions with the board president, Noel Maddock, and directors Ben Paulson and Michael Martinelli over handling anonymous complaints. Residents criticized the board's actions, while some calling for Maddock and Paulson's resignation over the controversy. The district's interim GM acknowledged issues around reviewing anonymous complaints. County budget faces challenges amid economic slowdown. The county's mid-year budget projects the general fund balance on June 30th will be just under $17 million. A significant drop from last year's $25.9 million. This is due to economic slowdown and cost increases. Rising costs include negotiated salary increases for employees that had to be absorbed by departments after the budget was set. Department savings dropped from over $9 million to $5.5 million, while excess revenue plunged from $1.9 million to $500,000. Balancing the 2024-25 budget will be difficult with expenses outpacing revenue growth and construction costs depleting reserves. Student test scores lag behind pre-pandemic levels. Despite state funding for learning recovery, the county's student test scores continue trailing pre-pandemic levels, mirroring a nationwide trend. Math proficiency dropped around 6%, while English scores declined 5% compared to 2019 highs. Low-income students experienced greater learning loss, scoring 32 points below state standards in math for 2023. El Dorado County students as a whole, though lower than the pre-pandemic levels, scored higher than the state average. Grizzly Flats struggles to rebuild school after Caldor. Nearly 2.5 years after the Caldor fire destroyed Walt Tyler Elementary, the Grizzly Flats community has not rebuilt the school due to funding shortfalls. Insurance covers only $4 million of the estimated $9 million rebuilding cost, leaving the district $5 million short despite the state and federal grants. The district is even running short on out-of-the-box options as they hope to generate enough money to rebuild the school by October 2024. Man critically injured after truck runs over him. A 60-year-old Berkeley resident helping push a truck up a hill in South Lake Tahoe was critically injured when the vehicle slid backwards and rolled over him. The incident occurred during snowy conditions as the group attempted to gain traction on the steep Mandan Street Hill. The man sustained major injuries and was transported to a local hospital. Sierra Snowpack surges to 104% after blizzard. After an abysmal dry start, California's snowpack has skyrocketed to 104% of average for early March following a massive blizzard that dumped 6 to 11 feet across the Sierra Nevada. The northern Sierra amassed 111% of normal levels, raising hopes for a bountiful spring runoff to replenish the state's water reserves. Placerville officers honored for outstanding service. Corporal Eric Tutuan of the Placerville Police Department and DA investigator Gary Malmquist received the Officer of the Year awards from the American Legion for their exceptional contribution to the county. Tutuan, who joined the PPD in 2020, was also recognized with the MAD Award in 2023 for his efforts combating DUI. DAI Malmquist, a veteran peace officer with 28 years of experience, has been diligently and enthusiastically serving in the office for 7 years. EDC's Week in Review off next week. Your favorite news show will be off next week for the March 15th edition, but we'll be back on the 22nd. And this has been EDC's Week in Review. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And if you want to learn more about these stories, please see the show notes.